Welcome back, comic lore lovers. Tonight, we explore a question that has haunted fans for decades. Get comfortable, close your eyes, and let the story carry you away. Let your breath slow. Feel the gentle rise and fall of your chest. With each exhale, let tension leave your shoulders. Sink softly into the chair or bed beneath you. Imagine a quiet room. It is perhaps bathed in a dim amber glow. This comes from a single distant lamp. You feel the soft fabric of your blanket against your skin. It is a comforting weight. A distant hum, almost imperceptible, vibrates in the still air. What if Professor X and Magneto united? These two titans were locked in eternal ideological struggle. What if they had found common ground? What if their formidable wills, usually opposed, suddenly aligned? This isn't a simple truce, nor is it a temporary ceasefire. We're imagining something far more profound. We are drifting into a reality where Charles Xavier and Eric Laneshare truly united. Picture their shared vision. It is a powerful, unwavering force. They are no longer battling each other. Instead, they channel immense power towards a single, shared future for mutant kind. This thought creates a quiet ripple. A sense of calm curiosity washes over you. How could such a thing come to pass? What unimaginable threat could force these sworn adversaries? These two sides of the same coin must put aside their lifelong war. The very idea shifts foundations. It changes everything we thought we knew about their world and ours. As you drift deeper into this alternate history, consider the quiet gravity of their decision. Imagine the moment it happened. Perhaps it was in a place of weathered stone. Muted echoes filled the air. The scent of old parchment might hang faintly. It mixes with the cool night air. This air is thick with ancient texts. It holds forgotten prophecies. What compromise was struck? What shared understanding, so powerful, transcended their deepest convictions? This alliance would not be built on fleeting hope. It would be forged from stark necessity. Their union would signify an end to internal strife. This had plagued mutant kind for so long. No more X-Men against the Brotherhood. Instead, a singular, unified purpose emerged. You can almost hear muffled footsteps. Figures move with new intent. They are no longer hesitant, but decisive. Soft shadows around you seem to lengthen. They hint at vast, uncharted territory. This new path would create it. This isn't just about survival. It's about reshaping existence itself. It's about a pax mutanta. This period of peace would be forged, not through gentle persuasion, but through undeniable combined might. How would the world react? How would it face such an unprecedented display of mutant power? It would be not divided, but whole. A gentle anticipation builds. You wonder what form this new era would take. Let your mind settle on the sheer scale of such an endeavor. This unification wouldn't simply be a pact. It would be a foundational shift. It would be a rewriting of destiny. The cool metal of a forgotten console might be nearby, or the faint warmth from a distant, flickering monitor. These could be the only signs of life in their war room. This wasn't a world of easy answers. The reasons for their alliance would have to be dire, a danger so existential that even their principles paled. It was perhaps a looming, uncontainable threat. It menaced all life, both human and mutant. This crisis forced their hands. It made their old arguments seem trivial. They seemed almost childish. Imagine the stark choice. Eternal conflict leading to certain doom, or an unthinkable unity offering a chance. However slim, it promised survival. This pivotal decision would echo through history. It was a turning point. Two opposing philosophies merged. They became one formidable, unwavering will. Pale light filters through high, grimy windows. It might illuminate dust motes dancing in heavy air. They are witnesses to a new dawn. Their combined vision, once impossible, is now a stark reality. A quiet reflection settles in. It prepares you for this story. How such immense power, once unleashed, would reshape everything. The air thickened with the scent of old parchment and cool night. You feel a gentle chill on your skin. Muted echoes seem to cling to the weathered stone walls. Dusty beams of moonlight filtered through high, narrow windows. They illuminated ancient texts stacked on groaning shelves. A sense of quiet history permeated the chamber. This was a place where old secrets were kept, waiting to be rediscovered. Moving deeper into the scene, the central table came into view. Its rough, dark wood bore the marks of many years. Two figures sat opposite each other. Their silhouettes were sharp against a dim amber glow from a single, flickering lantern. Charles sat in his chair, his hands resting lightly. Eric stood by the window, a faint glint on the metallic edge of his helmet. The quiet carried forward, revealing their shared gaze. It was not anger nor defeat, but a deep, shared resolve. Their eyes, though shadowed, held a singular, burning purpose. A faint breath of cool air stirred the old pages nearby. It was as if the ancient prophecies themselves approved. The compromise had been struck. The quiet carried forward, revealing a heavy stillness. This was not an empty silence. Instead, it was thick with unspoken histories. Your breath slows, matching the chamber's ancient rhythm. Charles's gaze remained steady. It fixed on a point beyond the lantern's glow. A new detail emerges, soft and unhurried. The very air seemed to hum with a latent energy. It was a barely perceptible thrum. This energy felt like dormant power, soon to awaken. You notice dust motes dancing in the faint light shafts. They drift slowly, undisturbed for ages. Stepping deeper, we find a subtle shift in their posture. Charles leaned forward just a fraction. Eric, still by the window, lowered his head slightly. This simple movement conveyed volumes. Their individual conviction remained strong, yet a shared understanding now bound them. The atmosphere shifts as the barely perceptible hum grows. It becomes a subtle vibration. You feel it deep within the ancient stone. Charles finally moves his gaze. It meets Eric's eyes across the table. No words are spoken. Stepping deeper, we find their combined vision taking shape. A holographic map shimmers above the table. It pulses with soft, strategic light. Areas across the globe glow. They mark nascent zones of mutant influence. You hear a soft, almost imperceptible click. The next moment unfolds, revealing glimpses of this new era. Distant, muted city sounds drift through the thick walls. They suggest a world outside, operating under strict, new parameters. Buildings pierce the sky. Their metallic structures reflect the dim, cool moonlight. You feel a faint, regulated breeze. A new detail emerges, soft and unhurried. The holographic map above the table expands subtly. It now reveals more than just mutant zones. Lines of soft light connect various cities across the globe. These glowing threads signify established, safe zones for nascent mutant populations. You feel a sense of carefully orchestrated order taking hold. Your gaze drifts over these glowing connections. They outline a new world order, forming a vast, silent network. This network represents the reach of their unified will, now visibly manifested. The chamber's silence deepens further, almost becoming a presence in itself. It whispers of compromises made and difficult choices embraced in its ancient stones. You notice Eric's posture, still by the window, now subtly softened. His metallic helmet's faint glint seems less stark, more a part of the quiet, settled history. Charles now lifts a hand slowly from his lap. His fingers extend, tracing the map's shimmering contours from a short distance. It's a gesture of quiet affirmation, of deep, shared purpose. He doesn't touch the light, but guides it with clear intent. The energy thrumming gently in the air seems to respond to his focus. A faint, soft pulse emanates from the table itself. Eric's silhouette against the high arched window had been as still as the stone itself, a figure carved from shadow and resolve. For a long time, the only movement was the slow drift of dust in the lantern's reach. Now, that stillness breaks. He pushes away from the cool, sweating stone of the window frame. The motion is unhurried, a quiet uncoiling of immense, contained energy. You hear the faintest scrape of his boot on the floor, a sound absorbed almost instantly by the chamber's deep quiet. The quiet carried forward, revealing the next moment in its own time. Eric's fingers make a small, precise gesture in the air just above the map. There is no sound of physical contact, only a faint, melodic chime that rises and falls like a single, distant bell. The sound echoes briefly in the stillness, a pure tone against the low hum of the projector. The global network of light responds instantly. The vast, complex web of connections and safe zones fades into the background, and a single point of light in a remote, uncharted mountain range expands with fluid grace. The holographic valley turns with a silent, hypnotic slowness, showcasing its serene and formidable design from every angle. The light from the model paints shifting patterns on the stone walls and on the faces of the two men. The silence in the room returns deeper now, filled with the profound weight of this shared creation. And then a new sound breaks the quiet. It is not a machine, not the shifting stone, but a human voice. Charles speaks. The faint, melodic chime now fades. Its echo leaves a deep quiet. You feel the ancient chamber settle. The air is cool on your skin. That single point of light expands. It bathes a remote range in soft glow. This light is their unified will. It marks a new mutant sanctuary. Eric stands by the window still. His posture is subtly softened. Charles remains thoughtful and silent. He watches the map's gentle shift. This new world breathes slowly now. It pulses with a careful order. Safe zones connect across the globe. They form a vast, silent network. This network is a testament. It speaks of compromises made. It whispers of difficult choices. You feel a sense of fragile peace. It was hard won, dearly bought. The path ahead is now clear. Their vision takes its firm hold. This unity feels almost impossible. Yet it stands before you now. It reshapes humanity's future. It protects every mutant child. The cost was immense for them. You sense their shared burden. Their long war found its end. A new struggle then began. This struggle was for balance. It was for fragile coexistence. The chamber's silence deepens more. It holds their enduring promise. The faint hum of the projector continues. It is a soft, constant presence. This shared power holds steady. It is a new, quiet dawn. Your thoughts begin to soften. Let them drift like dust motes. You reflect on their journey. It started with so much pain. Their bitter conflicts echoed. Now, a different sound emerges. It is the sound of shared purpose. A quiet understanding grew. It healed old, deep wounds. This world is forever changed. It is quieter, more secure. Yet, a delicate tension remains. It whispers beneath the surface. You feel this deep complexity. This unity is their great triumph. It is also their heaviest burden. The ancient stones remember all. They hold every whispered secret. They guard this new world's peace, a peace born of hard choices. The glowing threads remain visible still. They trace a silent promise. This vast network now spans the world. A new era has truly dawned. The sacrifices were truly immense. The choices made were always stark, yet a shared future emerged here. You sense the depth of their resolve. The cost whispers in the ancient stone. A faint scent of old parchment lingers. It speaks of ancient decisions made. You feel a soft melancholy deep inside, but also a deep contentment now. Their legacy is etched in time. It is a bold, quiet testament. This new path was indeed forged. It came from two great minds uniting. It brought a strange, lasting harmony. This harmony is born of power. It is balanced with firm purpose. You hear only your own gentle breath. The chamber holds its secrets close. The muted amber light pulses softly. It outlines the map's quiet power. This power reshaped destinies. It altered the course of all. The weight of their unity is palpable. It feels immense, yet settled. You understand the quiet strength. It comes from shared understanding. This alliance was once unthinkable. Now it defines a whole world. Let this image softly linger. It is a portrait of hard-won peace. This peace is both stark and deep. It settles within your thoughts. Allow your awareness to soften. Let it grow calm and still. The story finds its quiet place. It whispers its final truths. Let the images softly fade away. The mountain light still softly glows. It is a symbol of new beginnings. The chamber's silence deepens further. It holds countless untold tales now. You drift on this calm current now. The journey is nearly complete. Your eyes grow heavy now. The story finds its quiet rest. You feel warmth spreading through you. The cool night air surrounds you gently. It is a soft, gentle embrace. This alternate world exists always. It lives in your imagination's deep space. Let it settle into your sweet dreams. Rest now, deeply and very well. The possibilities unfold always. Sleep comes gently, easily. The echoes of their alliance soften. They become a distant, quiet hum. This vast network still stretches out. It promises a secure, new tomorrow. A tomorrow built on stern unity. It is a delicate, careful peace. You feel completely at ease now. Your body begins to relax more. Every thought grows distant. Let them simply float away. The room is still and dark. A soft, inner quiet finds you. Close your eyes and truly rest. This story's chapter is now done. Its legacy begins in dreams. You are safe and truly calm. The night holds you gently. Deep peace settles within you. Let yourself fully surrender. Sleep now. Sleep well. The chamber holds secrets close. You feel the faint coolness of ancient stone. A soft, distant hum vibrates low. It speaks of a hidden, global network. Muted amber light pulses steady. It reveals unseen circuits beneath the map. Moving deeper into the scene, the illuminated threads connect continents. They glow with a soft, pulsing rhythm. Each line traces a path of influence, a silent promise. You sense the delicate balance of their power. Cool metal beneath your fingers feels real. It anchors this grand, delicate design. Understanding settles now. This piece is not merely an absence of war. It is an intricate, woven blanket of order. You feel the quiet strength it embodies. A faint, rhythmic pulse echoes nearby. It reminds you of steady, unseen governance. You gaze at the glowing map. Its lines a testament to their unwavering will. The very air around you feels charged. It holds the echoes of countless decisions. A new detail emerges, soft and unhurried. You sense two presences, still and profound. They stand just beyond your immediate view. Moving deeper into the scene, the intricate details become clear. You notice a small, stylized symbol here. It is etched into the cool, dark stone, a melding of X and a metallic circle. This new emblem is subtle. It speaks of a history forged anew. The story draws inward, where the stillness truly settles. You feel the gentle warmth from the illuminated map. It radiates outward, a steady heat. No alarms chime here. No urgent messages flash. The global network sleeps soundly. Stepping deeper, we find the quiet architects. You sense their presence more clearly now. They stand by the map, silhouettes against its soft glow. One form is imposing, cloaked in a familiar dark cape. The other is seated, serene in his iconic chair. Both gaze at the illuminated network, the quiet carried forward, revealing their unspoken thoughts. You observe them in this shared, still moment. They are not merely observing the map. They are guardians of its intricate design. Their gazes hold a deep, knowing understanding. This understanding spans decades of conflict. The atmosphere shifts as their unity becomes clearer. You feel the profound weight of this new world. It is a world where old divides have fractured. It is a world rebuilt by two titanic wills. The glowing map shows no red lines of conflict, only intertwined paths of silent influence. The quiet carried forward, revealing the weight of their shared vision. You feel a deep hum resonating through the chamber floor. It is not just power. It is the pulse of a unified world. The cool metal beneath your fingertips vibrates with this steady rhythm. You notice the subtle scent of ozone in the calm, still air. Their silhouettes against the map's glow remain motionless, moving deeper into the scene. The illuminated threads connect not just places, but memories. You feel a faint warmth radiating from the network's intricate circuits. It suggests a living energy, constantly at work. The soft glow catches the profile of Charles's face, etched with a quiet, knowing serenity. Eric's posture, though still imposing, holds a weight of shared history. The map highlights key strategic nodes, pulsing a little brighter than the rest. The next moment unfolds, revealing the full scope of their joint dominion. You feel the cool metal beneath your fingers, now thrumming with confident, steady power. It feels less like a control panel and more like a living extension of their will. A new banner, subtly woven into the stone arch above the map, catches your eye. It bears the melded X and metallic circle, bolder now. The dim amber light pulses in sync with the rhythmic thrumming. You notice a specific node on the map, glowing with unusual intensity. It is a pinprick of crimson light against the blue network. This point hums with an almost imperceptible energy. You feel a faint vibration against your fingertips. It suggests a history of difficult choices made there. The cool metal beneath your hand seems to pulse gently. A soft, metallic tang hangs in the quiet air. Eric's gloved hand lifts slowly, a dark silhouette against the map's glow. His index finger hovers over the intensely bright node. You see a subtle tension in his posture. Charles shifts slightly in his chair. A faint whirring sound accompanies the movement. His gaze remains fixed on the map. The atmosphere shifts, revealing a deeper stillness. The air grows cooler around you. This specific node, you learn, marks the unified New Genosha. It was where the first public mutant human council formed. Their combined forces ensured its stability. You remember the whispers of earlier, chaotic times. This peace was hard-won, a heavy, silent burden. The stone beneath your feet feels impossibly solid now. Eric's gloved finger gently settled onto the crimson node. A soft, almost imperceptible click echoed through the quiet room. You feel a familiar hum intensify beneath your fingertips. The cool metal under your hand seemed to resonate with a shared pulse. This specific point on the map pulsed with a warm, steady light. It cast a brief, soft glow across Eric's profile. Moving deeper into the scene, the map began to subtly reconfigure. Blue lines rippled gently outwards from the crimson node. New, fainter nodes emerged, then pulsed into soft amber light. You feel the chamber floor vibrate with a steady, reassuring thrum. The cool air seemed to carry a renewed sense of purpose. Charles leaned forward slightly in his chair. The reconfigured network settled into a calm, intricate tapestry of light. You see the blue lines now stronger, more defined. The amber nodes pulsed with a steady, rhythmic glow. A faint, almost imperceptible breeze seemed to stir the still air. It carried the subtle scent of aged metal and ozone. Charles watched, a faint, contented smile gracing his lips. Your gaze follows the shimmering blue lines as they extend across the holographic map. They trace intricate paths, connecting the new amber nodes. These points seem to glow with a softer, yet persistent energy. You understand now that each amber light signifies a territory, a community brought into their quiet orbit. A faint, almost imperceptible hum accompanies this expansion, a silent testament to decisions made. The cool, smooth surface of the control panel against your palms feels grounded. It hints at the deep structure supporting this evolving world. Charles shifts again, a faint whisper of fabric against the leather of his chair. His eyes, reflective and deep, trace the expanding network. He sees not just territories, but lives, choices, and futures. The quiet understanding passes between him and Eric, a silent dialogue of profound weight. The metallic tang in the air seems to deepen, a reminder of the industrial might supporting their vision. It's a map not of conquest, but of careful, deliberate integration. Eric's hand remains steady on the crimson node, a dark silhouette against the glowing projection. The vibration beneath your fingertips becomes a steady, almost comforting presence. It speaks of power controlled, of chaos brought to order. The vastness of the network unfolds before you, a testament to their united resolve. A peaceful stillness settles over the chamber, heavy with the promise of this new, carefully structured world. A new detail emerges, soft and unhurried. The chamber's air carries a faint, clean metallic scent, like distant circuitry. You hear the steady, low hum of unseen machinery, a deep current supporting their work. Each new amber node pulses, a gentle breath in the growing network. The quiet understanding between Charles and Eric deepens, a shared commitment. Charles leans back slightly, the soft leather of his chair creaking almost imperceptibly. He watches the blue lines connect each community, his mind grasping the intricate web. You feel a gentle cool breeze from a hidden vent, a subtle reminder of the advanced environment. This alliance, once unthinkable, now feels like a deep, inevitable river flowing, moving deeper into the scene. The cool, smooth surface of the control panel feels solid beneath your fingertips. Eric's hand rests near Charles's, a gesture unspoken yet potent. The quiet hum of the chamber seems to settle, a resonant tone of collective power. This shared purpose is a heavy, yet comforting weight, shaping the world. The quiet carried forward, revealing a subtle shift in the chamber's atmosphere. You watch as a new layer of data streams across the holographic display. These faint, interwoven lines glow with a soft internal light, depicting complex logistical flows. They represent the careful allocation of resources and the gentle redistribution of skilled mutant populations. You feel a deep, resonant vibration beneath your feet, a testament to the immense, hidden power grid humming below. Charles gestures slightly, his fingers ghosting near the shimmering data. Your gaze drifts to a particular cluster on the map, a newly connected region pulsing with a brighter amber hue. It shows a rapid integration, a harmonious blending of human and mutant communities. You notice the precise lines of energy extending outward, gently powering new infrastructure. A soft, barely audible whirring sound emanates from the display itself, a miniature echo of the unseen machinery. Charles leans forward, his hand resting on the smooth, cool surface of his armrest. His expression is one of profound thought, perhaps tinged with the weight of responsibility. A subtle shift in Eric's stance brings your attention back to the men. He turns his head slightly, his gaze meeting Charles's across the expanse of the holographic table. It is a silent communication, a shared acknowledgement of the path they forged. You sense the depth of their long, complicated history woven into this moment of unity. The chamber's air, now almost imperceptibly warmer, carries a faint, comforting resonance, like a distant, deep chord being struck. Charles offers a small, almost imperceptible nod. The quiet carried forward, revealing a subtle shift in the chamber's atmosphere. Eric Laneshare now stands at a parallel terminal. His formidable presence is a quiet counterpoint. You notice the deep indigo of his uniform. A single, gloved hand rests on the cool metal edge. The terminal hums with a low, resonant energy. The holographic projection subtly shifts once more. It expands, now revealing intricate energy pathways. These connect vast, remote communities. Small, vibrant green nodes pulse gently. They signify thriving mutant human settlements. You feel the deep thrum of the floor beneath your feet. The chamber's lighting softens further, drawing inward. The amber nodes dim almost imperceptibly. A sense of long-term stability permeates the space. You notice the faint scent of polished stone. It suggests permanence, deep foundations. Charles's chair leather creaks again, softly. The quiet carried forward, revealing a new clarity on the display. Eric Laneshare's dark uniform absorbed the ambient light. His gloved hand still rested on the terminal's cool metal edge. The holographic projection refined its intricate pathways further. These lines pulsed with a soft, deep indigo glow. They wove through regions where human and mutant communities thrived. A new detail emerges, soft and unhurried, across the console. Charles shifted slightly in his chair. His hand remained on the smooth, cool surface of his armrest. His gaze was steady, fixed on the expanding holographic display. The brighter amber hue of the map expanded, now connecting with older, established zones. You notice the subtle hum from the display intensifies slightly. The atmosphere shifts as Eric Laneshare's formidable presence seemed to deepen. His deep indigo uniform showed no crease, no imperfection. The holographic light cast a subtle glint on the cool metal of his gloved hand. He watched the vast, interconnected map with an unyielding focus. The energy pathways glowed, silent and unwavering. They represented an absolute, meticulous order, moving deeper into the scene. The display now resolved individual energy hubs. You could see the subtle warmth radiating from them. Each hub pulsed with a soft, internal amber glow. This light spread through the network of indigo pathways. Charles watched the seamless data streams flow. His fingers tapped a quiet rhythm on the cool armrest. Eric shifted his stance slightly. His dark uniform absorbed the display's amber light. His gloved hand still rested on the terminal's cool edge. The holographic map refined its focus once more. It now showed intricate resource allocations. You could see how materials moved with quiet efficiency. The soft light from the display reflected in Charles's eyes. His gaze lifted, moving beyond the console. He looked towards the chamber's distant window. Outside, the night sky was clear and vast. You could almost feel the cool, clean air. Distant city lights twinkled in quiet patterns. The resource streams flowed into designated distribution points. You could see the steady supply reaching remote agricultural zones. These zones, once barren, now showed faint green vitality. A warm, almost imperceptible current seemed to emanate from the display. Charles's quiet smile touched his lips. Eric's gaze remained unwavering. The atmosphere shifts as the map zoomed slightly. You now saw individual families benefiting. Small homesteads pulsed with faint light. Their energy needs met, their resources assured. This was the quiet power of their design. Charles nodded slowly, a silent acknowledgement to Eric. The story draws inward, where the global network of indigo lines intertwined with ancient, unmoving geological markers. These deeper connections hinted at vast, untapped reserves, resources managed with foresight, not just efficiency. Charles closed his eyes for a brief moment. He absorbed the quiet truth of their world. Eric shifted his weight, his presence a steady anchor. The quiet carried forward, revealing deeper truths in the luminous expanse. Charles and Eric remained at the console. Their gazes were fixed on the vast holographic map. Its intricate pathways pulsed with a soft, deep indigo glow. This network of light showed not just data, but countless lives now touched by their combined will. You could discern the subtle shift in the hum from the display, becoming a deeper, more resonant thrum that vibrated gently through the floor. The holographic map now resolved individual energy conduits. These lines, slender threads of light, pulsed with the soft, deep indigo glow. They wove through regions where human and mutant communities thrived side by side. A truly interwoven society. Charles shifted again, a slight adjustment in his seat. His hand remained on the smooth, cool surface of his armrest. His gaze was steady, fixed on the expanding display. The map, now a truly global tapestry, began to highlight larger, more complex urban centers. Cities, once defined by stark, clashing divides, now showed unified energy grids, seamlessly interwoven. Their towering structures pulsed with the same soft indigo glow, integrated into the grand design without visible seam. The cool, controlled air of the chamber brushed against Eric's cheek. A subtle, constant current. He saw the intricate patterns of shared power, stretching across continents and under vast oceans. No longer were there just small, isolated homes or struggling villages. A new detail emerges, soft and unhurried, as the holographic map deepened its resolution. You could now almost feel the gentle pulse of life in those interconnected regions. Slender threads of deep indigo light linked bustling market squares to quiet, specialized mutant sanctuaries. The soft hum from the display became a resonant thrum, a quiet chorus of countless lives in harmony. Charles's gaze drifted across the shimmering display, a silent appreciation for the intricate design. He saw schools where young minds, both human and mutant, learned side by side. The map gently zoomed into a thriving coastal city. Here, the energy conduits glowed brighter, reflecting off the dim amber light of the main console. You could discern faint, breath-like movements within the city's districts, modular homes designed for both human and mutant needs, nestled together. A low, distant hum, like gentle ocean waves, seemed to emanate from this section of the map. Charles watched a designated mutual exchange zone light up with activity, a silent testament to shared resources and trust. The map subtly highlighted the outer perimeter of their established territories. These borders, marked by a slightly deeper hue of indigo, pulsed with a slow, deliberate rhythm. It was a visual reminder of the extensive protection ensuring this global peace. A faint, almost imperceptible crackle of unseen energy seemed to accompany these boundary lines. Eric's gaze sharpened again, his attention drawn to the strength and integrity of these defensive measures. The smooth, cool console surface reflected the stark, muted amber highlights from the display, casting long shadows. The quiet carried forward, revealing a new layer of the map. You notice the precise, almost rhythmic flow of light along major transit routes. These pathways hum with a soft, almost inaudible energy. They connect agricultural domes to gleaming research facilities. You can almost feel the smooth, cool vibration of the console under your fingertips. The air here holds a faint, metallic scent, like distant machinery working in perfect synchronicity. Moving deeper into the scene, the central processing nodes begin to glow a subtle, deeper amber. These are the hearts of the network. They anchor vast, sprawling sectors. You perceive imposing, yet elegantly designed, sentinel towers at key junctions. Their surfaces are smooth, dark stone, reflecting the soft console light. A cool breeze, circulating through the chamber, whispers past your ear. His gaze settled on the largest of these central nodes. It pulsed with a slow, steady rhythm. The dim amber light softened the edges of the room, casting long, peaceful shadows. You feel the faint, continuous hum of the console against your palms. It is a persistent, reassuring presence. A sense of profound stability emanates from the display. Moving deeper into the scene, the precision of the network extended to its guardians. Along the smooth, dark stone of the sentinel towers, you begin to discern figures. These peacekeepers, clad in uniforms of a deep, muted indigo, moved with quiet, measured steps. Their presence was a soft assurance, not a threat. You hear the faint, muffled sound of their heavy boots on the polished floor, a steady, rhythmic pulse. The cool breeze in the chamber seemed to carry the very essence of their silent watch, a layer of protection woven into the fabric of this unified world, a subtle, insistent vibration now, not from the console, but deep within the floor beneath your feet. It's a resonant thrum, a silent reminder of the vast, intricate systems at work. The central processing nodes, which had glowed a deeper amber, now pulse with a precise, almost unyielding rhythm. This controlled energy flow hinted at the immense, unseen forces governing every connection. The air holds a faint, sharp scent of ozone, like electricity working at its quiet, efficient peak, a pervasive hum of absolute control. Charles Xavier sat, his fingertips resting gently on the cool metal of the console. The dim amber light from the display reflected softly in his eyes, a quiet, understanding dawning. He felt the constant, low thrum of the unified world beneath him, a steady heartbeat. This intricate balance, built on the foundations of two opposing visions, was a testament to impossible choices. The soft fabric of his jacket rustled almost imperceptibly as he shifted, a silent acknowledgement of the weight of their alliance. A profound, almost weary peace settled over him, the quiet resolve of a future hard one moving deeper into the scene. A vast, dimly lit central chamber opened before you. The pervasive hum now felt like the network's steady breath. You feel a smooth, cool ceramic surface beneath your fingertips, a silent console, soft green lights pulsed on distant holographic displays. They looked like tiny, quiet stars. The air, though sterile, carried a faint, sweet scent of polished metal. Intricate, delicate etchings emerged on the dark, polished walls. They depicted interwoven symbols, an X cradling a stylized helmet. This was a silent testament to the founders. A gentle warmth radiated from concealed vents in the floor. It countered the cool breeze, suggesting deliberate comfort and balance. This union, once unthinkable, now permeated the very structure of their world. You reflect on the sheer will, the shared vision, that forged this lasting peace from old divisions. A soft, imperceptible tremor passed through the floor. It was not a threat. Instead, it was a profound resonance of distant, massive engines. You glance towards a wide, panoramic view screen. Its surface shimmered with a pale, diffused light. Beyond, a reimagined cityscape stretches. The warmth from the floor vents spreads through your feet, a gentle counterpoint to the chamber's cool, still air. You are standing before the interwoven symbols on the wall, the X cradling the helmet, a silent testament to a world reborn. The pervasive hum of the network deepens slightly, a resonant bass note that you feel more in your chest than you hear with your ears. The quiet carried forward, revealing the heart of the chamber in the center of the vast, circular room. A pillar of soft, amber light rises from the floor to the unseen ceiling high above. It is not a harsh or aggressive beam, but a slow, breathing column of pure energy. Your gaze follows the threads of light as they branch out from the central pillar. They are not random. They flow in deliberate, graceful arcs towards the consoles that line the chamber's outer wall. These are the arteries of the new world, carrying silent streams of information, intention, and control. The distant green lights you saw earlier are connection points, each one a node in a global network of minds. Seated at several of the consoles are figures robed in the same deep indigo as the guards. You feel a gentle pull, an invitation to step closer to one of the unoccupied consoles. As you approach, the the dark screen comes to life. It shows a slowly rotating projection of the Earth. There are no borders, no names of countries. Instead, the globe is covered in a delicate, shimmering lattice of silver light. This is their network, laid bare. Figures, cloaked in deep indigo, move with serene purpose. Their faces are hidden by subtle cowls, emphasizing their shared task. You notice their hands, gloved in soft, dark fabric, glide over smooth, cool interfaces. They tap at holographic projections that shimmer with muted greens and blues. Each gentle press sends a ripple through the network. A faint, almost imperceptible whisper of air circulates through the chamber, moving deeper into the scene. The central pillar of light pulses with a slower, more profound breath. Your gaze lifts, tracing the light upwards, where two commanding, empty chairs stand at a raised platform. They are crafted from dark, burnished metal, severe in their elegance. These are not mere seats, they are silent thrones. Above them, the interwoven X and helmet symbols glow with a faint, internal light. You sense the weight of every decision made from these positions. The faint, sweet scent of polished metal deepens around you, a reminder of the structure's enduring strength. The cool breeze continues, a familiar presence, carrying with it the distant, steady hum of the network. This piece, forged from two warring philosophies, now feels undeniably solid. You understand that Charles and Eric, once adversaries, built this enduring edifice together. Their individual powers, one of mind, one of will, intertwined to create this sanctuary. You reflect on the sacrifices, the compromises that must have paved the way for such a union. A new detail emerges, soft and unhurried. The chamber's silence now feels less empty, more like a held breath. Above the burnished thrones, the interwoven X and helmet symbols deepen their faint, internal glow. You almost feel the cool, dark metal of the chairs, anticipating their occupants. A subtle, almost imperceptible scent of old ozone and polished steel hangs in the still air. This quiet is not absence, but a profound pause, pregnant with potential. The story draws inward, where your gaze settles on the robed figures again. Their movements are precise, almost meditative. Soft fabric gloves whisper over the smooth, cool interfaces of their consoles. Holographic projections before them shimmer with muted greens and blues, mapping intricate pathways of thought. Each tap is a silent command. You realize this network isn't merely receiving data, it is weaving intention, guiding the currents of a world reshaped by unified minds. It is a quiet, profound orchestration, moving deeper into the scene. The holographic projections swell slightly. Their muted greens and blues pulse with a gentle rhythm. You sense a vast, interconnected web of thoughts. It stretches far beyond this hidden chamber. This is a silent symphony of minds. A central, unwavering will harmonizes them, the quiet carried forward, revealing the nature of this profound unity. The robed figures, still in their precise dance, seem to be extensions of the system itself. Their thoughts, even unseen, resonate with purpose. You realize one mind guides the subtle currents, while the other molds the heavy tides. A faint, almost imperceptible vibration hums beneath your feet, a testament to the immense power at play. The holographic maps now show faint red lines, tracing pathways of influence, not conflict. Stepping deeper, we find the core of their unwavering resolve. The glowing X and helmet symbols above the twin thrones now pulse in perfect synchronization. A gentle, resonant frequency emanates from them, filling the vast space. This is not the peace of inaction, but the quiet, deep calm of absolute control. The air, though still cool, now feels charged with a subtle, contained power. You glimpse the future they have forged, a world where the old conflicts have faded, replaced by an intricate, almost invisible order. The vast, interconnected web of thoughts now settles into a steady, soft hum. You feel a gentle clarity, like a quiet dawn breaking. The muted greens and blues on the holographic maps deepen slightly. They pulse with a slow, even rhythm. It is a silent symphony played across the globe. You understand that countless minds are gently guided, not forced. Moving deeper into the scene, a narrow, high window offers a glimpse. You see a redesigned cityscape, still and grand. The urban structures rise with a quiet, imposing presence. Their facades gleam with a dark, polished steel. There are no sirens, no distant shouts. The air outside seems purified, almost breathless. Returning your gaze to the robed figures, you notice their profound stillness. They embody this deep, enforced peace. Their forms are almost statuesque. Each gentle tap on the cool console interface seems to affirm a larger harmony. The quiet of the chamber is no longer merely absence. It is a filled space, vibrant with controlled energy, the quiet carried forward, revealing more. Your gaze traces the polished steel facades outside the high window. They absorb all light, reflecting only a dim, steady gleam back into the filtered air. No hurried footsteps echo on the vast, empty plazas below. No distant traffic rumbles from arterial roads, now smoothed and silent. This profound stillness feels less like absence, more like deliberate presence, a woven blanket of engineered peace over the entire world. Stepping deeper, we find the robed figures still at their stations. Their movements are precise, almost ritualistic, around the shimmering holographic table. The muted greens and blues now seem less like data, more like the steady currents of a flowing river, guiding countless smaller streams. One figure, tall and austere, often turns toward the window. His thoughts, though unspoken, feel like the deep gravitational pull, shaping the planet's very form. The other, seated and serene, projects a calming, all-encompassing empathy.